Hello everyone and welcome to the Dean Respawn channel. I'm going to take a wild punt and guess that you're brand new to this channel, and that's okay because this is a brand new channel and we've only recently hit 53 subscribers, which I'm very happy about, but I'm going to take it a guess that you don't know who I am, and that's fine. I am a fairly new game collector and I feel like now is the right time for me. I'm at the ripe old age of 27 to start buying and collecting games, and I've been doing it my whole life but never really collecting it. And I feel like now I can document this process. If people like what they see, then that's great and I'm happy to make content. So if this is something that sounds really interesting to you, then please feel free to leave a like or subscribe for new content. So with all that said, right now I am on the hunt for Dragon Ball games. I love Dragon Ball as a series, and right now I have a grand whopping total of 0 physical Dragon Ball games. And that just doesn't really sit right with me, so that's gonna have to change. Dragon Ball for me, I'll admit it's a very new love. I started watching it at the back end of last year. I started with the original Dragon Ball series and I liked it, but I'll admit I wasn't hooked on it. I enjoyed it and I do appreciate the series for what it is. Just for me, I couldn't really get into it. So I pretty much stopped watching after about 10, maybe 15 episodes, and I moved on to Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is basically like a more condensed version of Dragon Ball Z. There's a lot less filler, there's a lot less episodes, and I pretty much got hooked on it immediately. I've watched the entirety of Dragon Ball Z Kai. The only reason I watched Kai is because there's like close to 300 episodes for Dragon Ball Z. A lot of fillers, which sure, some of the episodes may be really good, but I don't have that kind of time. So I wanted to watch a quicker version of Dragon Ball Z, so I picked Dragon Ball Z Kai. I watched that in its entirety and I loved it. I did watch a few of the movies, I can't remember which ones now. And as of right now, I am watching Dragon Ball Super. I think I'm on like episode 50 and I'm watching the entire series. Man, I love it. I really enjoy it. And just, I love everything about Dragon Ball, the art style, the characters, the setting, the lore. Man, it's just right up my alley. So I absolutely love Dragon Ball. And I will say I'm tempted to kind of start Dragon Ball, the original series again. Maybe even watch some of the filler episodes from Dragon Ball Z. I don't know, man, but that's a big commitment to make. But I love Dragon Ball. And throughout the years, there have been so many Dragon Ball games released. Some good, some maybe not so good. I've purposely avoided playing any Dragon Ball games until I finished Dragon Ball Z, which I kind of did by finishing Kai. So I feel like now I'm happy to actually start playing these games. And let's see what I've been missing out on, basically. So that is the goal for today's video. We're going to be heading to CEX. We're going to be seeing anything Dragon Ball related, gaming-wise, and we'll see if I can get it, if I can pick it up, and we'll start building my Dragon Ball collection. So as a reminder, I have absolutely 0 Dragon Ball games as of right now. The main games I'm really aiming for is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I haven't got it. It looks amazing. I love the graphics. I've watched a little bit of gameplay on it. And I also want to get the Budokai 1 and 3 HD collection on the PlayStation 3. And literally any of the Dragon Ball games that have been released on the PlayStation 2, I don't care, I'll just pick it up and buy it. So yeah, let's go head to CEX and see what we can find. Right, so I'm back from the hunt and I was very successful. I picked up a few games and I'm happy with them. Of course, there could be more, but I'm happy with what I got. I will say they did have Dragon Ball Z, what is it? The HD collection for the PlayStation 3. They had it in stock. It was behind the counter, so I went to look at it and it was all mangled. So I didn't film it, but I was like, no, I'll wait for a better version of that. I want to have a nice, clean copy, or in at least a like nice enough condition. It was just totaled, so I didn't want to pay like £32 they were asking for it. So that's unfortunate. But anyway, moving on. The first game I picked up was Dragon Ball Xenoverse on the Xbox One. I know that this game has been released on multiple platforms, and I did try to buy it on like all the same kind of consoles, but for £2, I couldn't really argue with it, and this game looks pretty good. Xenoverse is an action fighting RPG that lets you create your own custom character, which is just awesome, and lets you step into the key moments from the Dragon Ball series, and your goal is to help protect the timeline from mysterious changes caused by new villains. The gameplay mixes high-speed aerial combat with RPG-style progression, letting you learn iconic moves and train under famous characters from the show. You fight in 3D arenas full of energy blasts and chaos, and I watched a little bit of gameplay and this just does look really fun, so I'm very much looking forward to trying this. The next game I got is Xenoverse 2, and this is on the PlayStation 5, and it's brand new and sealed, and let's just take a moment to just appreciate the art of the front cover of this game. I love it, it just looks amazing. And I got this game brand new, sealed for only £12. I didn't think Kex did sealed games, but apparently they do. I could not say no to this, so I had to buy it, basically. From the looks of it, it improves on everything that the first game set out with: smoother combat, more customization, bigger world, and you still play as your custom character, fixing issues in the Dragon Ball timeline. And this time there's just a ton of extra content, from new story arcs to online multiplayer battles. It's essentially a refined, more expansive version of the first game, with improved visuals, a better sense of scale, and an ongoing stream of DLC that keeps on adding characters and missions. And I saw that recently they actually added some more DLC for this game, which is really cool considering this game came out in 2016. I'm really looking forward to this game, but I will say the graphics look pretty good. I watched a little bit of gameplay and I feel like all the characters look really juiced up and oily. That's just my opinion of it. I don't know, it just kind of looks a little bit weird if I'm honest, but regardless, it still looks like a really good game and I cannot wait to play this. Moving on, I got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot on the PlayStation 4. There was a really interesting version of this game on the Nintendo Switch, which was the Daima version. I don't really know much about that show. I don't know if that's a Nintendo Switch exclusive, but I've actually never seen that out in the wild before at all. But the price, it was a little bit too expensive, and this was a lot cheaper. I can't remember the price, but it was a lot cheaper, so I just thought I'd get the PS4 version anyway. Kakarot takes a more story-driven approach to the games. Instead of creating your own fighter, you actually relive the Dragon Ball Z saga through Goku's eyes, and sometimes you play as other characters as well. It blends open-world exploration and RPG progression with cinematic combat. You can fish, you can train, you can fly around the vast landscapes and experience famous moments with modern visuals. This game is perfect for fans of Dragon Ball who want to relive the Dragon Ball Z moments, of course. I will say the cutscenes look amazing. They look sometimes better than the anime, which is crazy to say. I will also say though, I've watched a little bit of gameplay online. Some gameplay looks, okay, pretty cool. There's some that just does not look impressive at all. But regardless, I'm still going to give it a try, see if I think about it and come to my own conclusion on Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. But again, I had to add it to the collection anyway.
Give it to me now!
And the last game I picked up is a bit of an interesting one. I'm kind of cheating a little bit. It's not really a Dragon Ball game. Well, it isn't. Dragon Quest: The Journey of the Cursed King. I know this isn't a Dragon Ball game. It's quite obvious. The only similarity is that it's got the word dragon in it. I will say the Dragon Quest series is actually drawn and designed by Akira Toriyama, who's the man who created Dragon Ball. So I feel like I couldn't find any PlayStation 2 Dragon Ball games. This was the closest thing I could find, and I thought, you know what? I've always wanted to get into the Dragon Quest series, and I've heard very good things about this game. I will give it a go in future, but for the price it was asking for, I thought, you know what? It's the closest thing I could do right now, so why not pick it up? This game is a classic JRPG from the golden age of PlayStation 2, and it's a very colourful adventure full of charm and humour. You play as a silent hero and his band of companions across a huge world rendered in beautiful cel-shaded art. It's a traditional turn-based JRPG with a really memorable cast of characters, and it's a slow-paced game for sure, but it's very much rewarding. And with the iconic Akira Toriyama artwork, I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to take the plunge. I'm going to buy this game in the future, sooner or later anyway, so I'm glad to finally add a Dragon Quest game to my collection. So these are the 4 games I got today, and I'm really happy with my purchases. Of course, I couldn't find Sparking Zero, which is one thing that really irks me, but I'm sure I can find it in the future. Let me know your thoughts on these 4 games that I showed, and let me know down in the comment section below your favorite Dragon Ball game, because I'm very interested to hear what people have to say, because of course, if it's not one of these, then I need to know. So let me know down in the comment section below. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.